Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is July 4th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading. So please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over here. Happy 4th. First of all, happy 4th to everyone here in the United States. Hope you guys have a great barbecue or whatever you do on your 4th, or even just a great rest day and all. And let's get on into this market review and see what we see. Maximize. Boom, bam. All right, what we see is green. We are above the yearly pivot, which is good. I kind of expected us to get back above there. And with the question for the Russell here, will it make all-time highs again this year? We have to wait and see. Right now it's looking pretty good, but it's going to take probably to the end of the year or late in the year before we actually get there. All right, let's go down to this monthly chart. On this monthly chart, what we see here, we see green. We're back above the 9-10 moving average. So technically we are in a bull market. We're going to be starting next quarter off above pivot, and our target up only 231. That's only $7 away, but the Russell doesn't like moving too much and all, but we should be able to get there. But we got a lot of red over here to the left, so that's why I kind of it should move, but how far is it going to move? That's the problem with the Russell. But again, it's going in the right direction, and that's all good. So, but let's go ahead and go down to this weekly chart and see what we see here. On this weekly chart, we are above the 50 finally. And this week we did continue going higher. We did have this bullish engulfing from last week. Let me just zoom in here where I make this a little bit bigger for you guys so you can see. We had this bullish engulfing from last week where I was saying, it's not in the right location, but for the Russell, and closing right at the 50, we may get that, confirmation candle and start heading higher, and we did. But that we can see where we stopped at the 50, and now we got that confirmation candle above the 50. This thing is ready to rock and roll and go higher. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see there and kind of wrap this on up. It was a short week, holiday week. Again, back here on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you had this bullish engulfing. That's why candle patterns are kind of important. Sometimes they're not in the right location, but when you see them, especially on the holiday weeks, another trader was looking at this on Tuesday, and I said, it's going higher. Jump on board and all, and it ended up being a pretty good week, when you see stuff like that. Even though I don't know, volume is usually lower these holiday weeks and all, but still you get the movement. We don't, us little traders, we don't care as long as there's some volume there, and some volume being over 1 million, on an index, you don't worry about it. It's gonna move, and that's what we got this week, and that's what we see here. Come next week, we will be opening above pivot, so I kind of do expect us to be going higher. And we got a target of just 26, only $3 higher. It should go higher than what's our R2 level. Our R2 is at 229. So again, the Russell is one of those ones that don't move that far anyway. To the up when it's moving. But again, I'm kind of expecting it to continue on this upward trend that it's on. And that's pretty much all I have to share. I hope you guys all have a happy 4th. Again, thank you, new subscribers and all. And I will be putting out my other trade to 1 million here in a little bit. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye. Right Side Trader here.